Welcome back to this week's YouTube live and podcast. Man, I got a new setup going on here. I don't know. I feel like everything's out of place. Um, I hope y'all having a good week. Um, Throwing up a comment there. I forgot. I just literally told y'all I had a new setup, and I hit the banner, and it wasn't even my normal banner. So this week I had a guy that was going to come on, Clay, and work called him in, and he's on a shutdown. I can't remember exactly what he said. What did he say? But I know it was work related. I was at a Halloween festival. It's an outage, middle of an outage. So we're gonna move Clay back a couple weeks and see if we can get him on. He's definitely got an interesting story that I want to tell. Want to make sure my live is. I need to test my speakers. There's nobody in here to tell me if my speakers are working or not. Yeah, no, not yet, Mister. But we do have a special guest tonight. Um, tomorrow's Halloween, and there was a strange guy creeping around in my neighborhood. Um, kind of weird. It was like somebody was watching me or something. I don't know. It was very creepy. So let me introduce you to the guest that I got tonight. Come on in, Mr. Guest. What? Who are you?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. We got Michael Jackson up in the waterfowl den tonight. Wow. What's your favorite song?
Smooth Criminal.
How's it go?
I can't remember.
Oh my god, you can't even remember, Michael?
I do.
What's your next favorite song?
Thriller.
Thriller.
Yeah.
Oh, Thriller. It's like that coming down like this.
Yeah.
So you all dressed up for Halloween? Did you get some candy tonight?
I got a bunch of candy.
Would you like to share with any?
Yes.
You actually put some candy up here in the boat yesterday, and it was all gone.
You ate it.
I did eat it all. I ate it. So are you ready for Halloween tomorrow?
Yes.
I hope you think everybody's watching this is ready for Halloween.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully they are.
Maybe.
So what have you been up to, Michael? Did you have a successful hunting season this year?
No.
No, why not? I heard, and there's a few people on here that saw your video last week that you got your first dove.
I know, but I didn't get a deer yet.
You didn't get a deer. That is correct. Maybe if you wasn't so popular singing and acting as Michael, we might could be more in the deer stand.
I fall asleep in the deer stand.
You did fall asleep in the deer stand. I mean, maybe. Well, that's something you had in common with Michael Jackson. He fell asleep. Look, Jay said, "What's up? What's up, man? The Dove Slayer." Yeah, you saw him, Jay. Did he have his cheek down on that butt stop when he was pulling that trigger? He looked like he was just throwing shells down range. So Michael, what's your favorite hunting season? Duck, turkey.
Turkey.
Turkey's your favorite? You seem to get more turkeys than you do anything. What's that about?
I like turkeys.
You like turkeys? Yeah, I like turkeys too. So you ready? You gonna go trick or treating tomorrow? You gonna share with my subscribers some of your candy?
Yes.
All right. Well, you got anything else you want to say, Michael, before you leave?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. I kind of like that. I thought you were gonna hit the hee hee, but what do the hee hee? Oh, there we go. All right, Michael, it was good seeing you. I hope you have a good Halloween tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, he moonwalked out of the waterfowl den. Now he's throwing the gritty over there. Y'all can't see him. I didn't know Michael knew the gritty. I bet if Michael was still around, he would throw the gritty. Wow. So, like I said earlier, I had a guest on, or was going to have a guest on, and if you missed that part, he got called back into work. So y'all got to see Michael in his full glory. But it was a busy night. I literally was rushing to get here. Um, it's the night before Halloween. I got my mask on. If you haven't noticed, I shaved. Preparing for November the 1st, no shave November. I went ahead and shaved it off before November started. So I told y'all I was going to do it. Typically in November is when I say do the no shave. I've been doing it for the past 5 years. Um, with that being said, I raise money for different charities for No Shave November. A couple years it was for the children's home. If you were watching last year, I donated to Samaritan's Purse. We did the Christmas. I really don't remember what it's called, but you help families where you can feed a family for a day, a week. You can buy chickens and farm animals. Well, that's what we're doing again this year. We're going to be taking up money for Samaritan's Purse again for No Shade November. But this November, half of the money is going to go to North Carolina. The other half would go to still Samaritan's Purse, both of them. But it's going to be designated when you donate money to North Carolina and hurricane, and the other half will be the exact same thing as last year, where you can pick chickens and clothes and possibly a cow and all of that. So you'll hear about more of that come November, but I do want to get the word out there about that. So no shave November and the whole month of November. I know some of you may not be able to get me the money. I got PayPal, and that's fine too. But also in this comment or through the month of November, you can also say, hey, I'm going to donate to whatever cause that you want to give to in honor of me on No Shade November. And I'm totally fine with that. Just let me know. That way I can tally up. Hey, so and so gave $20 to this, whatever. That way I'll have a total of how much I raised this year on the No Shade November. You don't have to give me the money. Just put it in the honor of No Shade November. Shoot me an email, message, whatever. Say, hey, you better not shave because I'm putting you down to my organization, church, whatever you want to donate to. And I'm totally fine with that too. So there we go. I got to get it back. I mean, usually when it comes back, it's more grayer than the last time. So uh, we shall see. I can promise you one thing. I will not be a Duck Dynasty by the end of November. I mean, I hate to let you down. Uh, Probably the first 2 weeks in November, you'll probably think I'll still be shaving, but I won't. It's just you know, it'll take me a whole month before you probably even notice anything, mostly because it's gray. Here to here, it's solid white. I can't do nothing with it. If I did hair club for men or touch for gray, y'all would know that something was different. I updated the picture behind me here. I know that's different than last week. I got a whole new computer set up. Hopefully the sound's good. I'm not sure yet. I have to wait till this is over with. Um, I went from wireless to hardwired. I changed that. I got bigger screens. So there's a whole lot going on up here in the waterfowl den for sure. Um, Today was, like I said, today was a busy day. Um, I know that there were some storms going on out in Oklahoma. Man, I hope Oklahoma's getting some rain. I hope the mid east, west is getting some rain. They are much needed. But I think there was like bad tornadoes also today and possibly tomorrow. So if anybody's listening from that area, definitely y'all stay safe for sure. Because we don't want to lose any subscribers that we have. I want to get the official number here. Let's see. Official number. Let's see. We are 9,750 subscribers. We are 200 and that's an even number. That's 250 subscribers away from 10K. Y'all, I honestly thought if I ever made it to 10K, that that would be it. I never in my life thought that we could get there. Not doubting y'all. It's just a tough, tough market to stay and grow in YouTube, especially when you're only trying to touch a small group of hunters. So thank you. There's a few people that come in here every single week. Um, the dedicated people, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Um, Hopefully y'all enjoying what you've been watching, or you tune in for because it's a comedian special. One of the two. I don't know. But I'm gonna share my screen here because this is definitely going on right now. We always touch on weather here on this channel for some reason. It's crazy. But right now in Oklahoma City, well, a little bit outside of Oklahoma, there's a whole bunch of storms coming, and I think possibly tomorrow too. So anybody that's in here on the way up Iowa area, I definitely hope y'all get some rain because I know a lot of this area right in here hasn't gotten any rain, and we're going into waterfowl season. Hey Jeff, um, they definitely need some rain, and I am going to be going to Atlas, Oklahoma. I wonder if I can pull that up. I don't even know where Atlas is. Let's see where Atlas, Oklahoma is. Right beside where there's a fire and no rain. So this is where Atlas is where I'm going in December to go waterfowl hunting. I talked to that guy who's a guide there, and I should have him on in a couple weeks. I'm hoping maybe next week. Like I said, if you just tuning in, the Clay who has came on before was coming on tonight, and his work called him in. They on an outage, so he hated that he couldn't be on. So we will push Clay on. Obviously, that's what the title says. Um, Again, it's one day before Halloween. Our church was having a big trunk or treat uh, special tonight. So to get off work, I'm not even telling none of y'all parents or people that raise kids what it's like, because we are in that stage of life where we stay running all the time between soccer, other sports. Usually when my head hits the pillow, I am out cold. But got off work, picked him up nursery, ran home, changed clothes, went to the trick or treat. Man, there was kids everywhere. And then, obviously we got to eat. So ran to McDonald's real quick, got something to eat, and ta-da, here we are. So with that being said, remember tomorrow's Halloween. Out and about, stay safe. If some of y'all adults that no longer have kids go out trick or treating and um, dressing up as weird characters, just remember if you're drinking and driving, call an Uber because you won't be hunting this season if that happens. So it's a whole lot easier to call a Uber or call a friend than do something stupid and regret it for later. But what y'all been up to this week? Anybody? I know Jay was busy on shutdown. Jay, did you get anywhere to go deer hunting? Um, I went. I saw 3 foxes. Uh, and I'm not totally sure that one of the first fox that came by went into the woods, and then the next time I saw it, it was 2 fox. So possibly that same single just found his friend. Not sure, but I'm gonna count that I saw 3 foxes the last time I went hunting. Um, so I won't get to go again until Friday or Saturday night, but it's definitely probably peak rut season here. So um, them guys are running around the woods chasing them does pretty hard. I was really hoping to see one. I missed the opportunity to get a really nice sized doe the other night just because I was hoping to wait for a big buck to come out, but he didn't. Actually, about 10 minutes in, she saw me, started stomping, and possibly, you never know. There could have been a buck out there. Who really knows? But no, Jay's still working. Dart when he gets home, and Dart when he gets home. Man, that is about it. We have almost came to that point where time changes, and as soon as you get off work, it's dark. Uh, is not my favorite time of time change by any means, but it is my favorite time of the season because um, it's waterfowl season, obviously. So there's that. Why? Just you see these videos of I was so and so years old when I found something out. Well, yesterday I was looking at time zones between when I was going to have Clay on because he's in another time zone, and I was typing in Eastern Standard Time, because obviously it's Eastern Standard Time where I'm at, and it wouldn't let me type East EST, and I'm like, what in the world? It was making EDT, and I was like, what is D? So I Googled what the EDT stood for, and I was 44 years old when I found out there's EDT and EST. The D is for, I think, spring and summer, and the S is for fall and winter. I could have that backwards. But I was like, where was it? Where's this been all my life? And I went and asked my wife, which she's the brains of the operation and my chief financial officer, bank account. She lets me spend some occasionally. She didn't know it either. We always called it Eastern Standard Time. I did not know. And, maybe it was that South Carolina education that I got, but I never knew that there was a time difference. So I'm going to pull that up. So, for them people that may join the group with me, and I could be all by myself. You never know. All right. So Jeff said that you finally got some rain. We finally got a half inch of rain. Did that help with the smoke any out there with them fires? hopefully none of that gets anywhere near you for sure. Um, there is a whole lot of fires out there. I hope that they somewhat get that under control for sure. That's what I was talking about right there. Let me zoom that up. I mean, I kind of shocked by it because Eastern Standard Time, autumn and winter, and then you got Eastern Daylight Time, which is spring and summer. It would not hurt my feelings if they would just pick one and leave it alone because this bounce back, spring forward always puts me in a loop for about 4 or 5 days to get my body get used to that. And I can't be the only one because I know a few of y'all guys that's in here, y'all take y'all vitamins, vitamin IB every morning like me. So um, it's tough. Let's see. Jeff says we're loading candy bags for all the kids tomorrow. House in our village that the kids look for every year. It looks like for the most part it should be a dry trick or treating for a lot of the kids. Like I said, that middle section of Oklahoma up possibly may have more storms tomorrow, but if I remember correctly, it may be out and long gone before trick or treat time. So, like I said, tomorrow, by the time, definitely this time, but 6 o'clock, keep your eyes out. Start looking out for kids. Um, the kids ain't paying attention. Heck, half the time, adults ain't paying attention either. So, you need to look out for the adults, the grandparents, and the kids. So, definitely tomorrow, stay on your P's and your Q's on watching them for sure. But y'all, we are fixing to go in November. We're like 20, 23, 24 days from Thanksgiving. I mean, how crazy is that? Like literally every week I had this podcast and YouTube live on Wednesdays. We are literally like 3 podcasts away from Thanksgiving. I mean, that's crazy. Um, I know Jay and Jeff that's in here. I know they wouldn't have applied for it, but is there anybody else listening tonight who applied for the South Carolina waterfowl lottery? Uh, Me and 2 of my buddies, which will be on. I'm going to nail them to the board. They stood me up before, but this time I'm going to make sure they join me. We're going to have them on the Wednesday before the opening 1 week of November. But each year the 3 of us put in for that lottery. And if you never put in for a lottery, it's basically a lottery. You give the state $20. They throw your name into the hat. You get to pick 20 spots. I don't even know how many spots there are all through South Carolina. But you get 20 spots, and each area has like a different preserve, kind of like maybe an impoundment, maybe it's a special place, but it's game management. But you're not allowed. Anybody else is allowed to hunt it. Is a lottery. And the only way you can hunt it is if you get that lottery. But this is our 3rd year for putting in for it. And supposedly, the way the lotteries work is the first year you're probably not going to get it. I mean, unless I don't even know. Second year, you have points from the first year, and then typically, it takes about 3 years to get a lottery. Some people are lucky and they get it back to back, but that's usually pretty rare. But with the lottery, you get to pick from these places, and you get Santee Delta East, Delta West. There's a couple islands. There's a couple rivers. There's some up, in the upper part of the state. But like I said, this is our third year, and we got the Santee Delta East hunting impoundment. So we are super, super stoked on getting that. And we got it on a Saturday. So that's even a way better. That means nobody's got to miss a day of work. So during that lottery, you have to pick where you want to pick your best spots, and then by the time you get to 20, um then would be your less picked places or less desired spots. But when you're picking the spots, they got dates on there, so you gotta look at your calendar, make sure, hey, one, I don't have anything scheduled that day. Way ahead, pick the slots, and then it's just luck which one you get. So, and with this lottery, I have personally never been on one, but one of the guys have. Basically, they tell you to show up at 4 o'clock, and you bring your gun. You get one box of shells, which would be 25, and that's it. You walk in. Most of the time, they put you on the side by side. They take you in. You don't have to put out decoys. Now, you would have to retrieve your own, and it's not guided, as in they're calling for you, but it's almost guided. So, and plus, these spots are not hunted every day, so it gives them birds a lot of opportunity to fly. They're not very pressured, so I am super stoked. I know Jay, he put on here, he applied in Alabama this year, but didn't get it. He applies every year. Like I said, them lotteries, my swan here, it took me 3 years before I got my swan permit. Kind of like a lottery, same thing. They call it a permit. Each year you get the Dear John, you didn't win a permit or a ticket or whatever. Next year you get extra points. Now, what's that magical number? I don't know. Is it a computer? I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody knows how it works, but I know I could tell you one thing. I don't know how it works. So there's that. So today, like I said, is one day before Halloween. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are 6 days from election. I'm not telling you how to vote. If you on here, you probably know how I feel, but you can't complain if you don't vote. So there you go. I don't care. There's a lot of people die for the right to be able to vote. So definitely go out and exercise your right to vote. Um, like I said, you can't complain if you don't go vote. So that's about all I'm going to say on that, because by the time we have the next podcast, we shall know. Maybe, I don't know what the way it took so long last go around. Heck, it might be two. It might be two podcasts away. I don't. All I know is if I got internet, we'll be on next week. How about that? And if the boat don't sink, it's very questionable. So, um, Jay or Jeff, how's my volume sounding? Like I said, I got a whole new setup up here. I was really not sure how the sound feedback of a guest is. Also, that's going to be something uh, to test out for sure. I was really hoping that these bigger monitors, because uh, thank you, Jeff. Um, the older you get, the more you need to see. But I can't get the screen down no lower. This is a actual. Well, let's don't say an actual boat. It was at one time a functionable actual boat, and right here is a support beam, and it stops the monitors from coming down. I actually thought about cutting it out of the way. So I was afraid that if I cut it out, it might make, because like I said, it's aluminum. Like, it is really light. I bet you the screens weigh more than the boat itself. So um I don't know. I wish I could get it down just a little bit lower, but I'm working with some other cameras. Hopefully, hopefully next time I might have a different camera setup. I'm trying to I'm trying to make it a little bit more not so grainy, more high resolution. How about that? Um I tell you, with this with this section of the podcast and YouTube live, I've learned a great deal. If you know that I have a 24-hour live camera out in the woods with the deers, mostly raccoons, possums, cats that stream all the time. Um, that is a whole separate learning. High tech redneck. Jay. Now Jay knows me. Jay knows my job outside of making YouTube videos and all this. I have about 20 years experience of IT. That's mostly what I do on a daily basis is IT stuff. This section that we're doing tonight, super easy. I think anybody in this room probably can do it. I use StreamYard, super easy. It does it for you. The camera that I set up in the woods to do the nighttime vision, to do the sound, routing that cable, the switches. Seriously, I kid you not. When I was trying to get it all together, I questioned, is this my first time in IT? Because to get all of the moving pieces together, wow, that's all I can say. So, like I said last week, my new adventure would be streaming and testing out a video game. It's called The Hunter. It's called The Call of the Wild. So on one of the nights, it came out this morning. If y'all were at work, just trying to reach a different group. Sometimes, real ammunition is expensive. It's fun to sometimes play a game too, and it's all about hunting. Uh, so I am into 3 episodes of it, but there's only 2 episodes on the channel, and we'll talk about the first one in a minute. But it is hunting. It's kind of like hunting. Is it the real thing? No, I ain't even gonna lie to you. 10 times, I'm not gonna say worse, but 10 times different. Now it has, if you're walking through the woods and you walk past a tree limb, step on a branch, deer run away. Real thing. Uh, in this game, I'm turkey hunting, and it's so far away you can't tell a jake or a hen. I shot one with a rifle. Uh, there's not any like real rules, but also in this video, I shoot a white-tailed deer. I shoot 2 of them. They fall over, get back up, and run off. And I'm like, really? I shot one at like 20 yards with a high power rifle. Come on. But I'm enjoying it. That's a whole different setup. So I was using one computer to do everything. So the computer that I had, I was doing the live streaming with the deer every time I needed to edit a video of shotgun shells or make this video or edit a hunting video, I had to take the stream down. So I was constantly back and forth. So Saturday, I went out and I went to, not sure if everywhere has them, but up around Charlotte near the airport, Goodwill has it's probably like an off shoot of Goodwill, but it's called the Grid. That's where pretty much companies donate computers and electronics and stuff, like not like the stuff that you typically see at Goodwill, not the computer that is 42 years old and weighs like 20 pounds. These are like new technology, modern stuff at like a fourth of the price. So I went Saturday and I bought 2 extra computers. I got one for the boat, and it's dedicated for the boat and the podcast and all that. And then I bought a laptop dedicated to the live streaming of the deer now. So that freed up a computer. So now I can do editing, I can make videos, I could do stuff without taking the live stream down. But literally, this is all new setup. So I'm still learning that. Like I said, with that video game, y'all, I have never, you would think, like I said, this section, this setup, super easy. The deer camera, super hard. And to play a game on a Xbox, use a capture card, which is capturing your HDMI, putting it on the computer, putting an overlay of your face while you're playing, and doing the audio and doing all that. Extremely complicated. It's not doable, and I highly recommend anybody that wants to venture down this road to have fun. I have enjoyed this YouTube adventure that I've been on greatly. I've met some great people to come in every week, have conversations, all kind of, I having a blast. Not even gonna lie, but to get that all that Xbox stuff, like I said, I got 20 years experience and I still struggle. So on my first video game, I told y'all that I made 3 videos of this game that I've been playing, but there was only 2 published. So what happened to the first one? Well, yeah. So the first one, I started up, I got my headset on. I'm like, welcome to the game. My name is RD. We walking around this game. I'm figuring stuff out, like literally the first time ever playing this game. Don't know anything about it. Don't know how to do anything. I'm walking around. I played this game for an hour and a half. I cut it off. I go back and watch the video. And that's all I got. I got an hour and a half of video. And all you see is this. No sound. I could hear myself talking in the headphones, but I didn't I didn't drag the microphone into the OBS to allow the audio to be recorded. So I was kind of frustrated. And I walked into the bedroom and my wife said, "Well, how did it go?" I said, "Well, I successfully recorded a video. I was successfully got my video of me playing inside picture in picture, which was pretty cool. But I also wasted an hour and a half of me talking, getting dry mouth, and nobody could hear me. So I scrapped the first one, and she said, "Well, did you learn anything?" I said, "Yeah, I did. I learned how to check the mic, how to import the mic, and how to get all that working." And she said, "Well, it wasn't a complete loss then." And I said, "Well, I guess if you look at it that way, you are correct." So I'm always learning on this venture of YouTube. And the second video, I deleted the whole game, started all over, and I decided right then, hey, I'm only going to do 20-minute increments. So yeah, I'm not playing an hour anymore. So it's 20 minutes. Like I said, I posted a video today. It's actually pretty good. I mean, you get a rifle, you get a shotgun. Um, it's a lot harder than you think. I mean, I do play some video games online, some Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Here I am at like 30 and 40 years old, getting sniped by these little 8 year olds on Xbox Live running around. Ah, I got you. I'm like, I didn't even see that kid, you know. But we shall see where this hunting game goes. It's one of them I can do once the kids are going to sleep. Play a little hunting game. It's pretty cool. Um, like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. I know that. I know that some of the people that come to this channel come for the YouTube lives. Some of them are listening to the YouTube podcast. Um, there's some that come just to watch reloading. Hey, I'm just having fun, enjoying this YouTube adventure for sure. Like I said, I am greatly appreciative of all y'all. With that being said, that 10,000 that we're like 250 subscribers away, there will be a 10K giveaway. I'm working on that now. Gotta leave early work. All right, Jay. I appreciate you dropping in, man. You stay safe. Jay found us maybe a possible honey hole. I am. Jay lives in Georgia, and obviously I'm in South Carolina. For me to go hunt in Georgia, I would have to have a permit. For him to have to come to South Carolina, vice versa. But he found a place that we both could hunt, and I can't wait to go hunt with Jay this year. I seen the way the man shoots skeet. I want to see him in a kayak. That's all I got to say. The man said he hunted out a kayak last year. I want to see it. I want to get it on video. But I'm super stoked this coming year to possibly go down there and hunt this honey hole with him. So maybe by that time we'll get some rain. Like I said, we haven't had rain maybe 4 weeks. I think the last time we got rain was that hurricane. We got Saturday, maybe a little bit of rain. I think I could have went out there with the garden hose and slung it around in the yard. Probably got more things wet than what rain we got, but I am greatly appreciative of it. We went through a cool spell, and today it was like 80 degrees. So, welcome to the South, where you don't know what Mother Nature's going to throw at you. But I am glad that you got some rain out there, Jeff. Like I said, I hope Oklahoma, all them Texas, they're starting to their hunting season starts November. And what I am hearing is the calendar birds, what some people call the yearly birds, they're about a week behind. Like they're just starting to show up where they would have been there last week. But I've been watching some people's Instagram and Facebook, and they're doing pretty daggone good. So I don't know. We shall see what this season will bring for sure. So far, like I've told y'all before, this has been the best early till season I've ever had. So we had the driest September, October on record. Even we had the rain today. Yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's like everything's on fire out there. And like I said earlier, heck, watching that storm, we in November, and they tracking tornadoes. which is probably not uncommon for Tornado Alley, but um, I really, really enjoy watching on YouTube Live. Like, I want to show y'all. If you never know, there's some pretty cool stuff about YouTube. Let me share my screen here. All right, so on YouTube Live, up here at the top, there is a tab. Well, is live. So if you hit this tab, it's going to show you nothing but live videos of people streaming. Obviously, the internet must be really terribly slow. So this Max guy, I really, really, really like Max. I'm gonna have to mute him when he comes on for sure because I guarantee there's gonna be an ad. So I'm gonna remove that until that comes on because I know there's gonna be an ad. And then we got circling. We definitely are streaming harder today, that's for sure, because like I said, I turned the quality up. There we go. I knew there was gonna be some sound. So all right, let me bring that back on. So Max, he's constantly showing videos of other storm chasers. This guy right here, his name is Max. He's going to school to be a weather type person, not rightly sure which one. And then right here, he always has severe warnings, tornadoes on the ground. And I'm telling you, he is super, super, super smart. But with his live streaming and stuff, he's constantly showing, he's pulling videos. Great, great YouTube channel. Internet is really dragging. So, especially when I brought it on board there. But I really like when I put that on, y'all. What's up, Mississippi River Ducks? That's the first time I think I seen you in here. Obviously, maybe from Mississippi, I would think. Y'all get well. I know that's towards Oklahoma. I was gonna say, did y'all get any rain today? But I don't think there's any rain towards that way. But maybe that'll pick up on internet wise. But like I said, this guy here, he constantly rain coming tomorrow. Yeah, maybe so. So you'll see that he's constantly talking about weather and like I said, they're constantly showing videos of like real tornadoes. So if you ever looking for somebody live, check out Max Velocity here. He's a great YouTube channel. Um, Maybe one day we'll be as popular as he is, but you never know. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff from Max for sure. So Mississippi River Ducks, this your first time in? Because I don't recall ever seeing the name pop up before. That doesn't mean you don't watch the videos. But like I said, going back to the 10K giveaway, we will have, and it's not going to be, hey, I'm just going to surprise a date. Once we hit the first time live, hey, man, appreciate it. Every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Uh, you just tuning in. There was supposed to be Clay. He was supposed to come on, but his work called him in. They were on a shutdown, so we didn't get to interview him tonight. But there should be some great guests coming up between here and hunting season starting in November. But welcome. So Jeff says Sunless South Dakota, and he is getting a few birds today. Is way behind. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like a week, maybe 2 weeks on these calendar birds off. Um, I think it's the weather. I do believe we're going to get the cold. Like I said, I really, really, really hope that Oklahoma and them get some rain, because there's two, I guess it's a flip side kind of deal on states that typically get birds, and when there's no rain and when there is rain. When you are in a state that typically gets waterfowl and there's no rain, if you find that one hole that is holding water, it is like the holy grail, and you're going to have an awesome hunt, because the birds are looking for water too. If you can find water and they're feeding, oh my goodness, you're going to be on the spot. But when it is a drought, nobody has spots. So if the only spot is a public thing, man, there's going to be so many hunters out there. It is a twofold. You really don't know what you're going to get. So I hope we get some rain. He said, I seen zero speck, hardly any wood ducks compared to normal in this area. Yeah, I mean, I think that's like everything for us. Also, we had that early till season, and here in South Carolina, we don't have a season until November 22nd. I think that's when it is. It's usually the week of Thanksgiving. Should be a push day tomorrow. We went from 85 yesterday to 55 tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I was saying earlier. I think the chance of rain tomorrow is that hot and cold front. That's what they got today. With the storms, that's where the tornadoes typically come from. But Jeff, I'm sure that you're gonna want the cooler temperatures, but coming with cooler temperatures, you're gonna want some rain too. But yeah, like Mississippi says, there's zero specs. Man, talking about a spec, I got a spec that's getting mounted. I can't wait to get that spec back. I really don't know where I'm gonna put it. I really think I'm gonna put the spec right there where that mallard is and move the mallard over. I think I'm gonna put my spec right there, but I don't know that yet, because it's gonna be, the cup, kind of almost like the mallard, but that spec is a whole lot bigger than that mallard. Not by much though. I mean, I don't. Yeah, it's gonna be about a little bit smaller than that Canadian for sure. But you know, what I hope is to put the spec right there, move the till down, get some room up there. But my spec is definitely at the taxidermist. I can't wait to get that thing back. My favorite of all waterfowl are geese, Canadians, specks. I love hearing them. Tell you the truth, I like snows also. Now, granted, we don't have snows, but I love watching the videos. I like the way they're constantly doing like the tornado on the feeds. I enjoy hearing them. Much like that daggone wood duck that you hear, but by the time you heard the wood duck, he's already gone past you. But yeah, um, I don't know. It's just something about them big old birds with the feet down and cupped up. And I mean, it's just when they commit, they're coming in. And I love the big birds. Then it would be my divers. I greatly, greatly love divers. But this year, y'all, the pintail is at the top of the list. Pintail, widgeon. That is the two birds that I'm after. And if you haven't got your waterfowl stamp this year, do you know what's on the waterfowl stamp? The pintail. It could be my year. This could be the days of the pintails. And if we don't get no rain, I'm gonna be brokenhearted. Y'all gonna see me cry. We're gonna cry in the boat together if I don't get a pintail this year. It definitely probably will not be in South Carolina. So there is that. Jeff said he's got a lot of specs north of me yet. A lot of specs north of me yet, Nebraska. Yeah, I like I said, I think they're about 2 weeks off. I don't know. If I've talked about it before, and I had him on. Man, it's been a couple months. 50 ducks, 50ducks.com, where you can look at where the waterfowl are. I am a member of that. I haven't looked lately. Let's see let me log in here and see what we can pull up. Because the last time I pulled it up, there hasn't been any new data on it. And I know that hearing him talk on a podcast, I think it was a week and a half ago, I know that all the data got turned on. Oh yeah, there's a lot more birds. They call them for rain Saturday to Tuesday. Man, I hope y'all get some rain. No joke. So here's 50 ducks. You can join for a yearly fee, but here is all the numbers. It tell you where they are. You can watch the birds move. 56 blue winged teal, 99 Canadian goose. These are all the ones that are tracked. Now, some of these are data that's already been entered. Some of them are live, and you can see that when you click on the map. 99 pintails. That is what I'm talking about. Let's do away with all the other ones. So you got to be kidding me. Right there around Salt Lake City, where our man Keith lives, was Salt Creek. He sent me a picture the other day of a pintail, and he holding it up in the air. Now he knows I've been wanting a pintail like crazy, and then he gonna send me a picture of a pintail that he shot, and I ain't even gonna tell you what I told him. I'll tell you what I told him. I told him I hope he stumps his toe on the bedpost and hits his boy parts, because and then he commented laughing. He was like, "But I got a pintail soon, buddy, soon." Top of the list. Top of the list. I hope he stumped his toe. And they're gonna send me all these pictures of these pintails. That's all right. So when you click the bird, it's gonna show you the map of where it started. You got dates on there. So this is 2020. So this one must be an older data. Let's see if we can find one that's newer. 2017. They compile all the data from different birds, and I haven't figured out how you tell. Look at the tracks that bird made. 2019 to 2020. That bird made a lot of stops right in there. Not sure if there's any filters of showing tracking status active. That's what I want. Apply filter. Let's see. Well, they went away all my pintails. Let's look at some teal. There is a way to clear that. I cannot remember. I got to get in here more often. If I'll show. Let's see. Let's clear the filters. Oh. That map is the one that is not live. If I scroll down, oh, look at that. There's the live map. Doofus. Hey, at least we learned together, right? Let's see what this is. This is a mallard. His name's Richard. So the way that it was described, that's funny. You sound hurt. Jeff, I am hurt. The one bird that I want, he sends me pictures basically saying nah 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 nah. It hurts a little bit, Jeff. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I feel like this is gonna be the year, Jeff. It's gonna be the year. But so when you cover over these points here, it tells you the temperature, how fast the wind is, pressure, clouds, and so on. So there's all kind of stuff on these maps. Um, like I said, my internet must be really dragging because I turned up my streaming again. If you missed it, um, all new setup in here. So, but yeah, this is a really cool website. There's a lot of data on a lot of this stuff. You could track how the birds go. So October the 6th, I mean that was October the 4th. Um, there is a lot of dates on there. And like I said, I can't make it zoom in for some reason. But it could be the browser that I'm in. Could be the screen that I'm trying to share. There could be a whole lot of stuff going on here. But we can see that October the 5th, that bird, October the 8th, and there's a whole lot of dots right in there. So that bird is definitely moving around a lot. Um, so it's pretty cool. It is on the website. Now, the last I heard when I interviewed him, he said that it was going to have a app. Now, where that app is in testing, I do not know. Oh, well, there's the teal. I was clicking the teal. Blue wing teal. So the Fat Daddy, these names are given by students in schools, and he's constantly talking about educators. They get, if you're a teacher or whatever, you can get free login stuff. He set you up on that. But so this teal started or got tagged in somewhere down here in Mexico, April 16th, July, August. That's in 23. Okay. So let's see what that tail is. Big Daddy. Trying to find a date. 23. So I have not played around with it enough to understand all of it. So I'm looking at it as myself. Like I said, the oldest. Wonder what the newest is. Ducks, gadwalls, old Gaddy. So it's 50ducks.com is the website. And I know they're on all of the social media channels. Like I said, typically when I'm not streaming, this picture right here comes up really fast. Not so much, I guess, when I'm streaming. Look at that. That bird started here, went down to San Francisco, flew around. Look at that. That's crazy. It is pretty crazy how you can click on each one of these birds, watch their flight paths. I mean, look at that. That swan went from Alaska all the way down to North Carolina and the Outer Banks. That's where I shot that one at. Like I said, it took me 3 years, but I mean, you could track each bird. I mean, like constantly. Now I know that's old data on this one, and I'm probably on the wrong map. But like I said, streaming wise, it's really taking a minute to stream and upload all this. But that one bird had that many stops to get to the Outer Banks. Look at that. So if you ever get a permit to hunt North Carolina, Poor Boy Outfitters is where to go, and that's where I got that one from. I mean, I have never seen so many birds in my entire life, and it was literally right in here of Washington. I think this is Washington County. Um, there's a refuge right there, and them birds. Wow, that's all I can say is wow. Um, I would hope that one period of my life, I would like to go to this Mesquite National Refuge here and hunt with somebody up there. Uh, Obviously, duck hunting, um, all up in this area, really old decoys, a lot of old hunting. Maryland, you would think of as the goose capital of the world. Um, I do a lot of hunting in the Outer Banks. I love the Outer Banks. And if this YouTube channel ever got me in the million subscriber range and I could retire or just up and leave South Carolina, the Outer Banks would 100% where I would call home. But this lake right here it is not as popular as it used to be, like the 80s, 70s. You know that lead was popular. That a lot of the stuff that they used to do for ducks is totally different than the way we hunt ducks now. But this is enriched with waterfowl hunting. I mean, it is something else. And you think, just this is one of them free knowledge things here. Um, you would think that this is the coast of North Carolina. The coast over in this area is the Blue Ridge mountains. Where would you think the most bears are? Oh, they would be in the mountains. Asheville, no, Outer Banks. This area right here, some of the biggest black bears. There are so many guys that hunt black bear in this part of North Carolina. If you know anything about the Outer Banks, right here is a lighthouse in Hatteras. It was the Hatteras Lighthouse. Is it Hatteras? What is the name of that lighthouse? Now I got me thinking. I think it is Hatteras, Lake Hatteras. See if I can find it on this map. 222. They moved the lighthouse. I thought it was down this way. It is somewhere. Is it before? There it is. Cape Hatteras. I thought it was, but it wasn't in Hatteras. So right here in the Outer Banks, we zoom up on it. Easy on the mouse there, cowboy. Uh, the lighthouse was here. Obviously, if you know anything about the Outer Banks, the coast is getting washed away. They had to move the lighthouse. It was a journey. It's all on YouTube. You can watch them how they moved this big old lighthouse. They moved it in. But each year there is a bear. And right here is a sign that says Cape Hatteras. Literally last year there was a bear climbed on top of the sign and they took his picture. I mean, it just blows my mind. There's black bears all the way out here in the Outer Banks. Just crazy. That's all I can say. But one day, y'all, I want to go hunt that Mesquite Lake right there. Not that lake. Well, where did it go? There it is. Um, I know it says wildlife refuge, but there are certain guides, and I think they're kind of like grandfathered in somehow. Uh, their waiting list is pretty pretty packed. Typically, this is where I go to waterfowl hunt. Is right here, um, right in here. is where we typically put out. There's a fire department. Cedar Isle is right outside of Cedar Isle Island here, and we come out here. It is the coolest thing ever. It is salt water, so if you ever go, you better carry a gun that can handle salt water. But when they say the redheads show up, I have personally not been there when the redheads showed up, but they say when the redheads show up, it is something else. But we come out here, and you're not going to see it on this one, but you could on Google Maps. There's blinds all out in here. I mean, they are constant. They are everywhere. Um, and this water is not very deep. Now, there's some sections that are deep, but where these blinds are, you literally can walk and walk and walk. It's like waist deep. Their motors are set up for it, but it is so cool. You're hunting out here in the sound. You can hear the waves crashing on the other side. The birds are working, but like I said, it is shallow water for sure, especially when the tide is out. Uh, but man, it's some great hunting out there. I highly recommend um, once going to the Outer Banks to hunt for sure. I got a guide that I go with every year. Probably won't go this year because I'm going to different places this year, so there probably will not be any Outer Banks for me this year. But I love the Outer Banks. But all right, well, I'm going to end it for tonight. Remember, tomorrow's Halloween. Some of y'all, like me, have a scary looking face, so it's our time to shine. But all jokes aside, if you're an adult and you're going to go out and do adult Halloween, uh, get somebody to drive you home. Don't drink and drive. There's going to be a bunch of kids out there. Don't do something stupid and regret the rest of your life, or spend in jail, or lose everything you got over a $20 ride home. So um, I hear you, Jeff. I can't wait to get in that marsh, son. I'm telling you, I'm itching. I'm all the way itching for the marsh, minus the smell. That puff mud. I don't know if the puff mud stinks out there where you at, but mm, if they ever made a puff mud candle, it would be the worst smelling candle next to like baby poop or something. I don't know. That's ooh puff puff mud. Woo. Um, but with that being said, tomorrow definitely be careful. Y'all be careful. I hope y'all have fun with your kids out there. They don't stay little long. If you missed the beginning of the show, obviously my son is going as Michael Jackson this year, and if it would not hurt my feelings at all, I'll put it on paper not to hear another Michael Jackson song. I mean, I grew up in the 80s. I've heard these Michael Jackson songs, and it's like over and over. But hey, at least he likes it. So uh, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, 10K giveaway. There will be a notification on that 10K giveaway. I'm already in the works of giving some cool stuff away. I got one sponsor that is going to be giving something away, and I'm kind of jealous. I like to have some of it myself. Um, I will definitely be giving away some of my new design shirts. So make sure you watch. We are 250 subscribers away from the 10K. So tell your friends, let's get to that 10K. I definitely will announce it. I will not just surprise giveaway and nobody not know about the 10K giveaway. So that's that. And plus, remember the No Shave November in November, starting November, no shave. So either get your money in for me to donate to Samaritan's Purse, or, like I said at the beginning, find your organization that you want to give money to You donate the money, send me a message, text me, call me, email me, say, hey, I put $20, $100 towards my organization for your contributing to No Shade November. That way I can keep track of, hey, we raise this kind of money. Give it to your church, youth, whatever. But let me know, because that's what we're doing. We're raising money for No Shade November. Like I said, I will not, by the end of November, I will not look like a Duck Dynasty. I will look more like a gray-headed Santa Claus that may be working at the El Cheapo store. So, it will not be down to here. It about yeah, that's about where it's going to be at. So it'd be like, it's going to be about as white as that that swan over there. But again, I appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all stay safe. This time next week, Wednesday, 8 o'clock, maybe we'll have a new president. Well, technically, we won't have a new president. We won't have a new one. We will know who our next one's going to be. So until then, make sure you go vote, because you can't complain if you don't vote. All right, so here's a word from our sponsors, and I appreciate it. See y'all. Matthew Knight with Satura Investors out of Charlotte. There's the information. The link to his website is scrolling across the banner down at the bottom, and it's also in the description. Today's episode is about helping business owners and working professionals like you who share a passion for the outdoors, shooting sports, zeroing them in to their long-term financial goals. So if you need any information or contact or any other questions, contact Matthew. Also, go check out Salt Creek Ammo. This triple curl TSS is some of the best TSS I have ever shot. This is for waterfowl edition. It's made for waterfowl. So if you're going to shoot a species that you've been chasing for a long time, don't use no cheap ammo. You pay good money to go on a trip. You got great guns. Don't cheap out on cheap ammunition. This TSS is amazing. It's got number 7s, number 8s, and he has number 9s. So go check out saltcreekammo.com. Here you will find any kind of ammo you're looking for. He has custom loads, TSS in 10 gauge, 12 gauge, 20 gauge, low pressure ammunition. You got Predator ammunition, turkey ammunition, anything you're looking for, give Keith a call. Also to the channel, Kicks Industries, most people will know them as Kick Chokes, has came on board, and I have done a bunch of series lately on waterfowl choke tubes, turkey choke tubes, deer choke tubes. So go check out Kick's website for all of the chokes that can fit your guns. Flint Ridge Hauling Service, LLC, has partnered up with the channel. It is your go-to provider for all your hauling needs. They are not just any hauling service. They are an active DOT interstate hotshot hauling provider. Flint Ridge Service, LLC, prides itself in its reliable transportation services. This team ensures that your cargo is delivered safely and on time no matter the distance. Whether you need to transport goods across the county or state line, they have the capacity and the expertise to meet your hauling needs. Equipped with a smooth riding 40-foot air ride equipped trailer and a max hauling capacity of 20,000 pounds, there's no load too big or too small that they can't handle. Look no further than Flint Ridge Hauling Service, LLC.